This magnificent ruin, with its iconic looking chimney, is Grosmont Castle, if that's pronounced correctly. It is known as one of the three castles built by a marcher lord to protect a certain area. The other two are, if I'm pronouncing it again, Skenfrith and White Castle. This is this is my third visit to this place, and this is a magnificent little castle. See the wide moat there. I'm going to go and do the other two castles in a minute, once I've been to this one. You can kind of see, I don't know if that's original, but these castles would be whitewashed. And if you imagine to a local peasant who lives in a wooden hut almost, certainly not in a stone building or anything else, you look at something like this would be awe-inspiring, especially if it was painted white, and it would stand out for miles. The sheer awe that you would have would be unbelievable. And if the idea was to sort of make you, well, trying to think of the word, inspire awe. From a local peasant. This is an arrow loop, so it gives, the reason it's shaped like this is it's a very, very small opening to shoot an arrow through from the other side. But if I was standing here, I could shoot anybody stood there and anybody over to here. So I would have a wider field of range shooting at people. We're kind of in the middle of July now. About 3-4 days ago it was absolutely chucking it down, and now it's bright sunshine. Base of the tower with more arrow loops on it. And we do like a good parapet that you can walk up. I'm going to go to White Castle later, and that's got some really high towers that you can get up. And as you can see, the landscape around, you can see for miles. There's lots of little castles in this area. Some of these bigger stone castles, but there's lots of little Motte and Baileys as well, all interlocking. So if one got attacked, the others would be able to respond. Unless it was a royal army or something like that, or a major army that could bring a major force, you could survive in a place like this for months. And if you were being besieged by just the locals, all the castles in the area would come to your aid, hopefully. That was basically their idea behind castles. There's a nice little church there. lady told me that they've got a nice little, what do you call it, a town meeting building, but they don't have anywhere they can meet, so they quite often come and meet in the castle. But this is Grosmont Castle, and it's magnificent. See if I can walk around the outside of Grosmont. See all these woodlands around here and all the noise. This would be good hunting ground for the Normans. Don't know if there's a bailey with this castle, whether that would be it there, because that's the only sort of flat bit. You can see the how deep the moat is. You'd be able to stand over here and shoot arrows, but I don't think you're going to hit anything important. Certainly siege engines and that would be able to lob rocks or cannons if you were in that time period. But there, you can see on that wall just there, just trying to zoom in for some reason, yeah, just there you can see the whitewash. I mean, that's faded, but you could imagine how that would stick out. If you were anywhere in the area, that would stick out for miles. I mean, you can see that white house there. You can see how it sort of sticks out. I mean, the landscape wouldn't have been quite like this in the medieval period. A lot of people go dog walking here, by the look of it. And why not? Yeah, if this was here and it was whitewashed, you would certainly know who the Lord was and who was in charge and who not to mess with. You can see like the little arrow loop there. If I'm stood here, well, in fact, if I'm stood here, they could hit me. Even a really good archer, I'd be struggling to hit them through that arrow loop. And if I moved over here, they could still hit me. Apart from the ones up on the roof, of course, who've the parapet. If you want to spend less time looking at castles and more time walking and so on, you can walk. There is a trail that goes through the three castles. But highly recommend it. Grosmont Castle, again,